The young girl's eyes were cold. "Hey, little brother, did you not hear what I just said?" There was a boom. Anubis put his foot down. Accurate smoke belts from its bare tusks. 2. Anubis killed him, the deity was ordered. And he charged toward Kong Jin Hook with a spear in hand. As soon as the weapon arrived, that moment, 1 second, Kong Jin Hook waved it with his bare hand. The long spear of the idol bounced off and into the ground. JK, the girl was shocked. What the hell is going on? Looking at the deep furrows plowed into the ground. Then the crowd realized what kind of tycoon was this. Kong chuckled. "Chick, looks like your puppy lost his only weapon," while JK girl rummaged through the bag and pulled out several stone statues. "Who said I only have one Anubis?" Deity, the incarnation of the relic Anubis, has awakened. In the blink of an eye, Anubis stood with various weapons. The army of the deceased is not to be trifled with. Kong Jin Hook is not afraid. Instead, he had a curious look on his face. Interestingly, can control 5 dogs. Which means she had it on her. Well, maybe a little bit of skill about here. Look at Kong Jin Hook making gestures over there. JK girl is extremely unhappy. Put on a show, it's a pain in the ass. Oh, really? Kong Jin Hook shook out the scroll painting he had just picked up and brushed off the dust. He then suddenly threw it up into the air. "Well, I'll let you see for yourself. The canyon that exists between our levels. Magic injection. Deity, system prompt. You have cast your magic into the sacred relic Pine Tiger. Also, a tier 1 player. Kong Jin Hook's attribute value is 12 points higher than others. This scary attribute is valued in the early stages. It's practically crushing. Deity, the ruler of the mountain, has appeared. Only the sound of thunder behind them can be heard. A pine tree tiger, as tall as 2 people, rushes out from within the painting. The golden pattern buys an arm step on the ground and crushes it. The ultimate fierce beast from ancient times is here in the human world. The crushing gap directly stunned the JK girl. Anubis, who was just formidable and unparalleled, is like a little brother compared to this ancient beast. Kong Jin Hook touched the back of the neck of the big cat, is a mere desert wolf daring to bare its teeth at the Lord of the Mountain. "Come, go, and eat them all." The Lord of the Land Mountain roars. The sound is like a bell and the movement is like thunder. In just a moment, Anubis was smashed into pieces. Seeing their fellow death gods in the desert fall, the remaining desert death gods grabbed their spears and fought to the death. But in front of the Lord's sharp teeth, they had no resistance at all. The big tiger slapped a small fox down to the ground with one palm. A small wolf was knocked to the ground, and accompanied by the fierce beast's merciless tearing and biting, the messenger of the underworld's body quickly broke into pieces, until the wolves disappeared. The oppression of the Lord of the Land Mountain presses forward. The JK girl realizes the gravity of the situation. The magic pressing in from all sides is about to tear her skin. In front of this demon-like momentum, she only feels that she cannot win. She falls to the ground, despair turning into tears that cannot stop flowing. This man in front of her, what is his background? Kong Jin Hook walks to the girl. "Come on, give it to me. The mask of Tutankhamun." "You, what are you saying? I don't understand." Kong Jin Hook, not wanting to waste more time talking to her, just hooks his finger. The Lord of the Land Mountain, with lightning in his eyes, approaches. The JK girl is so scared she wets herself. "I'll give it later." Kong Jin Hook also found a golden mask in her bag. This is a B-level item. Before leaving, Kong Jin Hook touched the Lord of the Land Mountain's hair. "Big cat, watch over here. Remember not to let anyone follow." The Lord of the Land Mountain gives order and bares its teeth and claws toward the remaining people. Everyone is trembling with fear. Seeing this, Kong Jin Hook chuckled. "All right. Everything is ready. It's time to get the strongest skill from the Tower of Trials." He came to the 2nd floor and 3rd floors. There are no more competitors here. Only the old man is the JK girl's companion. The old man stands beside Kong Jin Hook, his sweat. This guy, since he is escaped, stands by his side, which can only mean that his companions have been killed. Oh my. Those are 5 Anubis. Without the M of Tutankhamun to reduce mana consumption, they can't even be summoned. Did my old man run into a top-level expert today? At this point, they phase a door block with a protective shield. Kong Jin-hook sees that this should be a 1-star level boundary. His finger brushes over it, and a faint electric current explodes. Kong Jin-hook puts his hand on the boundary, closes his eyes, and concentrates. The magic song swirling around his ears. From meditation, he deciphers the spell to open the door. However, he does not open the seal because he has a bad idea. I know how to destroy the boundary, but I have a condition. Condition? Kong Jin-hook says that this method requires two people to cooperate. The old man needs to use fire magic to weaken the boundary, while he takes the opportunity to break the seal and enter. During this time, the fire magic cannot stop until all the holy relics inside are taken out. The old man thinks about it. This kid is probably treating me like an idiot. You go in and get everything, and I work for you for nothing. I know you don't trust me, but this is the only way. I know you need that Agrigreet Fof East Land. It is a treasure for you, but I only want something else inside. The old man turns his thoughts. Right now, there seems to be no other way besides working with this kid. But no matter what, it's always better to return with something than nothing. All right, I'll trust you this once. So please. Old man, as soon as the words left his mouth, the old man's right hand burst into flames, or the roar of flames rising to meet the storm. In an instant, the scorching flame river slammed into the protective shield, accompanied by a sizzling sound. Soon, a gap opened up. Kong Jin-hook saw this and quietly muttered a spell under his breath. He leapt up and in an instant rushed into the protective shield. The old man outside was sweating profusely. Constantly outputting magic was a great burden for him. But he had no idea that the sly and wicked Kong Jin-hook had long since known a spell to break the protective shield. His words earlier were just to deceive him and keep him from disturbing him while he took the treasure. Next, he inspected the sacred relics inside. Unlike the floor below, most of the treasures here were well preserved, except for one display cabinet that had been smashed. Inside was supposed to be the divine weapon, the fish and test, and the sword, but it seemed to have been taken away beforehand by someone. Kong Jin-hook could roughly guess who it was, but even that person didn't know. They had only taken away a second-rate sacred relic. The true treasure would not be left out in the open. Found it. It's you. The great sacred relic. The Sangpai in Tungwa. Meanwhile, this was also the final piece of the puzzle for creating Kong Jin-hook's exclusive innate ability. He then took up B-grade Persian mold. In the right eye of the B-grade artifact, the ink of Tutankhamun mask that he had prepared beforehand. All right, let's put them together. This is a hidden formula that only he, the one and only player who has cleared the game, knows about. System notification. The two holy relics are reacting, but this is not enough. He takes out the Sangpai and Tungwa he obtained earlier, and tears off the string. And as he releases his grip, a shower of copper coins turns into golden light, and fall into the fusion. Didi. The three holy relics are reacting, and as a blinding golden light explodes, Kong Jin-hook also receives a system notification. Didi, you have successfully combined the relics against all odds. You have obtained an SS grade the relic the Eye of Truth. And in this world, there are only 5 eye artifacts in total, and the True Eye is the strongest of them all. The True Eye can open other players' status window, and allows them to verify the authenticity of other players' words. 3 times a day, Kong Jin-hook chuckled. But the surprises were far from over. Didi. The system prompts you have reached the hidden condition. And by fusing 3 low-level items, you have created SS-level equipment. The opportunity has been achieved, and rewards are being issued. Suddenly, the world behind you becomes digitized, and countless system data streams rise. From behind Kong Jin-hook, his consciousness is transported to a vast library, where all system abilities are stored. And the